They had public executions until one day back in 1931, they hung a man here by the name of Frank Hire. And he decapitated him. His head just tore loose at the shoulders. And at that point, they stopped having public execution.
The West Virginia State Penitentiary opened in 1876 and operated until 1995. It is now considered one of the nation's most haunted places.
I've been here for 7 years, and I had my first experience last year, and since then, it creeps me.
Though hundreds of deaths have occurred behind the walls of West Virginia State Pen, including over 300 murders and nearly 100 executions, paranormal activity wasn't prevalent until the closing of the jail in 1995.
You know, a prisoner didn't ever want to die inside the institution because he felt that his soul stayed there. I worked in the healthcare field, and it was one of our main objectives was to make sure if somebody was going to die, we got them out of the institution, just simply so that they wouldn't have that feeling. There were certainly several other deaths, numerous other deaths that had to do with health reasons inside the institution early on. So I think it's a contributing factor. I think you put all that together, and I think that's how you come up with unexplainable issues maybe inside the prison.
One of the most prolific killers in the institution, Red Snyder, is said to haunt the cell block in which he was murdered.
When we had the riot in '86, Red Snyder was broken out of what we call the major lockup area of the institution and killed another individual inside the institution with a very, very brutal murder that took, as I understand it, probably an hour and a half to kill this other gentleman. But apparently there had been a plan over the last previous days that Red wasn't going to get to play anymore. And he was stabbed some 38 times when they broke the doors for rec. Unfortunately, he was late getting up out of bed. They rode in on him and stabbed him 38 times.
We investigated an area of the prison known as the Sugar Shack. The Sugar Shack is one of the best places to encounter what was once the inmates of the state pen.
Hello?
In this area last year, we were constructing a haunted house. I was going to work on this cabin. There was me and 3 other people here at the building at that time. My 2 co-workers were down in the casket ride area, working down in that area, and I come over here to work. I was carrying some tools in my hand, walking along, and I was walking right in this area, and something just grabbed me on the arm and tried to stop me from going any further.
Hello? Give us a sign.
That's all I need. There you go.
The pipes that's in this prison down here are 90% of them are disconnected. They're not hooked to anything. If you get sounds through them, I don't know what it is, but there's nothing in them pipes.
We were not the first group to investigate the prison's haunted population. Other investigators have included MTV's Fear, the Sci-Fi Channel's Ghost Hunters, and a group of filmmakers working for Steven Spielberg.
We have had numerous movie companies that have been in here and either made movies in reference to the prison, not necessarily paranormal investigation, but had to do with prison life. We most recently had an organization in here that was a Spielberg group out of California. In fact, we've had about 4 groups out of California that come in here and spent time.
Skeptics will argue that audio and video evidence can be doctored. To draw a conclusion on the validity of the hauntings at the pen, you have to encounter them firsthand. Luckily, during the summer, the prison offers tours and ghost hunts, ending the season with a haunted house at Halloween. Give yourself an opportunity to experience the prison before you decide whether or not to believe the stories resonating from the walls of West Virginia State Penitentiary. Until next time, this is Tom Larkin.
There is a lot of things inside that institution that I'm sure that have stayed there that maybe are coming alive.